Ein 237 thirds 20, Sa 221 thirds 20, Eind won by 16 runs. Player of the match, KL Rahul right then. That's all we have from this contest today. This Pratyush Rora, signing off on behalf of my co-commentators, Surya Sesha and Balashankar. Bye-bye. Good night. So, India clinch the series 2-0 and manage to get their first bilateral series in their own backyard against South Africa in T20 is. With the T20 World Cup around the corner, that bodes quite well for the side, considering the fact that these two teams will be meeting in the group stages of that tournament as well. Before that though, there's another T20I to be played on Tuesday to wrap up this series. Still a few positives to take for the South Africans, despite the loss, with performances from their key players, while there will be a few areas to address as well. As for India, the batting template finally seems to be coming together, but the death bowling frailties be something to keep an eye on, as will the updates on Jasprit Bumrah's fitness. KL Rahul is the player of the match. Here is what he has to say. It is satisfaction to play two contrasting knocks. As an opening batter, it's very important to understand what is required on a particular day and try to give your best for the time. That's what I've always wanted to do and the mindset I've played in, and I'll continue to play that way. It's good to test yourselves on different conditions as well. Quite honestly, after the first 2 to 3 overs, the chat between me and Rohit was that the wicket is a big sticky and it's gripping a bit. We were thinking 180 to 185 would be a good target if we bat really well, but the always surprises you. Honestly, I'm quite surprised I'm getting this award. Surya, with the way he batted, he had a bigger impact on the game and he changed the game. As opening batters, we always think our job is tougher, but having batted a few innings in the middle order in Otis, I do realize that is difficult as well. So, like I said, Surya had a bigger impact in the way Virat batted as well. Not easy for Dinesh Karthik, who doesn't get too many balls, just to walk in there and do what is expected. It was a phenomenal batting effort and it's good that we got the win. His shot of the day. The first ball, the back foot punch really set me up. When I play that shot and on both sides of the wicket, I know that my balance is quite good. I hit the first ball square of the wicket on the offside, hit a few on the leg side. So, it just tells me that my head is stable and my positions are good. The crowd. The crowds always turn up in India. It's been a while since cricket is played with full stadiums. We've really missed the crowds and I'm so happy that we can come back and play in front of a packed crowd to support their home team. Rohit Sharma, Indian captain. It is something that all of us came together and said that we want to do as a team. Sometimes, it does come off. There will be times it doesn't come off, but we want to stick to it. We thought this is the method of moving forward. It does give us results and we will continue to take that approach. Most importantly, I've seen in the last 8 of 10 months, is that every individual comes in and does a job for their team and puts their hand up under pressure to take responsibility for the team. There are times where we were challenged, but I thought few of the guys who didn't have too much international experience put their hand up and got the job done for the team. That was very pleasing and we just continue to move forward from there. There is talk around the team that the players want to play or bowl in a certain way. It's all about us giving them the freedom to go out there and execute the plans. Death overs concern. Yeah, I think so. To be honest, yes. We haven't bowled well in the death in the last 5 to 6 games we've played, but that is the area where people will challenge us. We're doing the same to the opposition as well. It is the toughest part of the game, to bowl or bat in the death, because the expectation is so high when you're in that situation. That is where the game is decided. I wouldn't say it's concerning, but it's definitely an area we have to pick ourselves up more and get our act together. Suryakumar Yadav's form, thinking not to play him anymore. Just play him on the 23rd. He is somebody who wants to play the game and wants to keep going out there. That's what keeps him happy and we just want to keep him happy. Temba Bavuma, South Africa captain. It wasn't probably our best performance with the ball. We know the quality of our bowling attack. Different conditions today, maybe different plans were needed, but the most important thing is to execute those plans. That's probably what the conversation will be about. Better start might have made it definitely. We were thinking we could have anything around 220 a good go, 230 was always going to be tough. Watching on the sides here and looking at a guy like David Miller do something that was phenomenal shows why he's one of the best T20 players around. He's looking good and feeling good. He's hitting the ball as best as he can. Obviously for us a team, we'd like him to keep going. A lot of confidence we can draw as a team. Challenging conditions. It was a good wicket. As you'd expect, their bowlers up front got the ball to swing. From us at the top, we were trying to get through that. Once it stopped to swing, we saw how it was good for batting. Time for the presentations. David Miller, Quinton de Kock struggled at the front, but managed to bat through. He is a capable batter, it was just a matter of hanging in. Just 16 runs short in the end. He QDK said, well batted and so sorry. It was a really good wicket. India put us under a lot of pressure right from the start. We were in a kind of position where we had to go. Also, freedom to express yourself a bit. Suryakumar Yadav, batting first, I knew that I just had to keep up the tempo. I just went out there and enjoyed myself. On David Miller, you can see the sweat chuckles. He batted beautifully tonight. You just have to be planning really well, anticipating the bowling. Batting first, you can't set a target. You have to bat as deep as possible and score as much as you can. India win by 26 runs and clinch the series 2-0. Suryakumar Yadav 61-22, Arshdeep Singh 260 seconds, David Miller 106*47, Keshav Maharaj 2/23, an absolute runfest in Guwahati with 458 runs scored by the two sides in 40 overs. It was a bowler's nightmare, this pitch in these conditions, as the batters made hay and gave the crowd their money's worth. It was the Indian batting unit set the stage and laid the platform for the win, but David Miller takes all the applause in the end. South Africa got off to the worst possible start in their innings, with Chahar's first over being a maiden. Bavuma and Rosso made it 2 ducks in 2 games, derailing the run chase early on, and South Africa could never really recover from that. De Kock's scratchy knock didn't help their cause either. The baby-faced assassin eventually found his groove, but it was too late by then. Meanwhile, it was carnage at the other end, with David Miller going berserk to register his second T20I century, which will go down in a losing cause. By the time de Kock found his groove, the Proteas found themselves too far behind the 8 ball. Arshdeep Singh's double whammy in the first over was crucial in helping India to take the upper hand, but his overs at the death will be something to keep an eye on. As will be the case for Harshal Patel. Deepak Chahar's performance tonight one of the bigger pluses for India out of tonight's contest. Axar and Ashwin were decent through the middle overs but had no answers for the attack unleashed by Killer Miller. Plenty to unravel and take out of from this game before the final match of the series comes along. Stick around for what the captains have to say. But first, it's 2 batters who put in terrific performances for their respective sides. 20 overs 221 thirds score 1-6-6-1-0-6-2-0 runs Quinton de Kock *69-48 David Miller 106-47 Axar Patel 153 19.66 Axar Patel to Quinton de Kock, 6. Dishes up a friendly full toss. QDK picks it up and deposits the ball over the square leg fence 19.50 Axar Patel to Quinton de Kock, winds up for a big one over mid-wicket. Doesn't make contact 19.41 Axar Patel to David Miller, finds the block hole this time. Jabs it out to mid-wicket for 1, it's the second T20I century for David Miller. He takes his helmet off to take in the applause from the crowd, who truly appreciates that they've witnessed something special tonight. Stellar knock, which is appreciated by his dugout as well. 19.36 Axar Patel to David Miller, 6. Monstrous hit. He is a beast in this format. In the slot once again, and the ball is dispatched over the cow corner fence. What a hit. Miller moves to 99. Rohit has another chat with his bowler after that 104-meter monster from Miller. 19.26 Axar Patel to David Miller, 6. That's a humongous hit. Gives it a bit of air and Miller takes full toll. Gets underneath it and deposits the ball to the second tier over